of windmills, dreams, and steady sparks of light. Model cars, giant schematics, pop culture in full flight. Sci-fi worlds he brings to life, each piece placed just so right. Step by step, a marvel grows in his hands, pure midnight. Waves, world building dreams, a vision clear as day. Every model ever seen, crafted his own way. Engines growl in his care, sci-fi ships taking air. Journey grand in his mind, through his YouTube lair. In each frame the universe blooms, tools and time into passion drives every beat, a symphony in his room. From classic rides to space-time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagined taking flight, shining in the studio light. From classic rides to space-time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagined taking flight, shining in the studio light.
I can never get the timing right. We're 2 minutes early according to this, 7:58 on my watch. But by the time you're watching this bit, because I know there's a delay, we probably are on time. Tonight, as you see, we're going to be doing the Lotus 97T, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. There's going to be things going wrong. And by my record this week, I mean, if I can't put an axle in the proper way, then there's going to be no chance for anyone, is there? It is funny because Ed Hughes came round a couple of days ago when that video went out, and I said to Ed, I've made a stupid mistake, and all I'm going to hear is about this damn axle, and I'm going to be hearing this for the next year. Ed was laughing, I was laughing, there was some tears, but sure enough, yeah, the less said about that the better. Hi Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
So in my mission to keep people awake tonight, Ian, who's now back from Canada, and I really do hope you do battle that jet lag. As I said, make fists with your toes. In Die Hard, they tell you to make fists with your toes. I don't know if that's going to work. But myself, I've got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to catch a 5 o'clock train to London, because I'm in Barcelona. So let's get this itinerary right. So my flight leaves at just after 10 tomorrow. I should land in Barcelona for about 1 o'clock because they're an hour ahead. And then I'm hopefully going to be in the hotel for about 4 o'clock. Now, the hotel, I believe, is near the F1 track. So the F1 Catalonia or something. So, and then on Friday, I'm going to be at the F1 track checking out those new cars. So I will get some footage and stuff of the new cars and whatever we get up to there. That'll probably be on the channel next week. In the meantime, though, you'll be happy to know that I've managed to actually get videos done for the next couple of days. So tomorrow on the channel, we have got the U-boat. And on Friday, we've got pack 7 of the Apache helicopter. So I'm pretty proud of myself that I managed to get things ahead. I really didn't think I was going to get one for Friday, but I've managed to do that. So it's all cool. I saw a life hack on the Be Amazed YouTube channel, which included something Wayne might be interested in. Spiders hate the smell of peppermint oil. Video says why it works. I've heard horse chestnuts or conkers work as well. So I've got conkers in the house, but I don't know if, well, I mean, there's no conkers in here. This place is overrun with spiders, hence why I've got my little Ghostbusters wand here to suck them up. There's a few in there at the moment. Don't know if you can see there. There's one there, look. Just suck all the spiders up. Okay, couple of things first. We are in a new month and I haven't done May's draw yet. So that's the first thing that I'm going to do. So let me bring up the wheel of names. At the moment, we have got 563 names in here. Now, obviously, if you are a member of Patreon and YouTube members, there's 2 entries gone in there. So basically, I just copy the list from YouTube and then I copy the list from Patreon, stick it all in there, and there's 563 in there. So who's going to win for May? Let's do a click and find out. Roger Collins, you are the winner. Roger Collins. Now, Roger, if you could email me, because some of these I don't know if they're on YouTube, which I haven't got people's emails for. If you could email me at wayne@worldofwayne.co.uk. On this one, I used to have a link. I haven't. And get in touch with me, then I'll make sure that you get access to the merch store so you can have something there. But well done, Roger Collins. You are a winner today, which is pretty cool. Let me just close that down. Otherwise, I'm going to get myself very much confused. What else do I have to tell you? I've told you about Barcelona, seeing the vehicles. I think I'm pretty much cool. I think I'm caught up. I didn't have that much to tell you tonight, obviously. I'm still ticked off from last week that I was telling you about this Infinity Gauntlet. I've had no clarification if we're getting issue 70 in August. I haven't got a clue. What's a conker? A chestnut. A horse chestnut. Didn't you play conkers, Steve? So in the UK, but when you're in school, a horse chestnut will fall off the tree and you'd bake it or do whatever you needed to do. Stick a hole in it, put a lace in it, and you have a conker fight where you try and break the other person's conker. So, oh, you Americans, it makes me laugh. 3 months post-op on Saturday. That's gone quick, Ramon. That's gone absolutely quick. So Mrs. Rhoda Wayne's actually just going to be here on her own for the next few days. My flight actually lands Friday night at midnight, just before midnight. So I am going to be staying at Gatwick for the night before, because there's no trains running. Oh, and there's no trains running to get me home either. So Mrs. Rhoda Wayne's got to pick me up from Peterborough on the Saturday. So that's going to be fun as well. But as I said, there's a lot of fiddly stuff today. So look, if it goes wrong today, obviously I've been packing all day. I haven't really been mind on it today. I'm going to make mistakes. I know I'm going to make mistakes. So we're going to have to see how it goes. But let me go over to the workstation. I'm sure there's something else. No, there's one other thing. I knew there was one other thing to tell you. I've got a vanity project on the go again. Right. So let me talk about vanity projects. So there's 2 vanity projects that I've definitely got that I want to do. One of them I've mentioned before is the Flash Gordon Ajax rocket ship, which I still need to print all the files for. And the second one is that I want to get onto the refit again, now that the Sprueverse challenge is done. The third one is something that I've been after for ages and I couldn't resist, so I'm having to slot this in somewhere as well, which is the Cygnus from the Black Hole. Check this out. I managed to buy it from Game Body and it looks absolutely amazing. Let me just scroll down here. Now, I don't know what I'll do with this interior section first, because that's the bit that lights up. But when the whole thing's done, if we can just get right to the bottom, it's a big file. Now, this model is 1.2 meters. So it's a big boy. And it needs to be lit and everything. But I'm sure you'd agree, it looks pretty cool. God, these are big instructions. Hang on. Look, this is like 92 pages of instructions. Look, check that out. The detail in this. Look. So this is going to be better than the round 2 kit that's coming out later on in the year. But I've had my eye on this for ages, and I'm glad that someone's actually finally released it. So that's going to be a brilliant one to do. 1.2 meters. It's actually smaller if you want to print resin. Problem is, resin's going to be really fragile, so I think I might do this as an FDM print. I don't know yet. I haven't figured it out, but we'll see. I'm definitely going to need a lot of filament for that. But that's something that's been going on. Okay, so let's bring this camera back. Now, I have got all of these parts out already, and I'll be honest with you, I have already connected one part because I just wanted to see if it's going to be hard, and that's this top bit on here because it has to be screwed in. But basically, we're starting to work on the other side of the car now. Now, luckily enough, when I got these magazines out, I've realised I was missing 5 of them. So I've had to rip the house apart to try and find a box of these, which I've actually found, thank God. So I'm not actually missing any. But once again, we are making this exhaust, right exhaust pipe and turbocharger there. Putting these together, trying to get this into the car. I'm reluctant to keep turning the car upside down, so I don't know how that's going to go either. So it looks just like that. So let me get back to the close-up camera, I think. Bring over these parts again and start putting them together. So first thing is to put this muffler, I guess, into the exhaust. Piece the other side in, which, come on, there you go. Perfect. Actually snaps in its own, but it's held in with DP screws, which I've got here. Now, the pant size 46 XL on shirts. Wow, that's good. You've dropped that really quick, Ramon. The Apache helicopter was a fiddly one as well, I have to say. You'll see that on Friday. Very fiddly. But I've only got one more pack here of that, and then I'm pretty much caught up with every build, which probably means, guess what I'm going to probably finish? Now I've finished the Ferrari 250 GTO, I'm going to finish the LaFerrari, I think. That'll shock a lot of you. Okay. Oh, Froggy can go over there. Going to put these parts in now. So this part that I just showed you that I completed goes in this side. And it can only fit in one way because it's a... Is this the top camera? See, it's a shaped section now. And then finally, I've got to put this in the other way, which has got a shape as well. So that's in like that. There's nothing in here holding that together apart from that peg. And this is the bit that I was worried about. Bring the car over. Okay, let's figure this out. If I can see there's been a lot of turning around today, I think. If I hold that there, I'm going to try and do it backwards. Because, stand by. I've got to, oh God, I'm trying to figure this out. Hang on a second. This isn't easy, right? So, this is going to be going in there. Whoops. This end's going to be going into the pipe there. Oh, God. Stand by. I'm going to have to turn it the other way, I'm afraid, because I can't figure it out to the picture. It's very confusing. Going to have another look at this. Let's go to the top camera. Okay. I can't remember what I did last time. So this is going on there, and they want it that way round, like that. Okay, so that's coming out the front. I've got that bit. But this is a great start already, isn't it? They've got it going into this hole right on the corner here. So if that goes in there, I'm trying to figure out how this pipe goes in. Oh, I see. And the pipe goes in here. Right, okay. I'm going to probably put this in first, then get this bit in. Like that. Now that's pointed in a different direction to the other one. So I'm not happy there. It's supposed to be coming out the front, dagnammit. Right, hang on. That is in the right way, isn't it? I should have done this at the start. I told you this was going to be a crazy stream. Right, think about it. This, on the other one, is coming out the front here, like that. Why is it so different? I'm very much confused. Stand by. Ah, they've got it going out of this one here. Right, okay. I'll try to put it in the wrong hole. Story of my life. Right, okay. So that goes in like that. There you go. It's in. It's being held in. Let me turn this around so you can see this. Ah, there you go. That was such a... Oh, why do I decide to do these builds like this tonight? With a DP screw, which was one of these here. And that wasn't even the hardest bit. Now, the trouble is we've got to hold this in from the underside, so... I will have to go back to this camera here. Let's go back to the top camera. Just so I can screw this in from this side. That will keep that held into place. Nice and tight. Perfect. Okay. Once that's in, I've got this stupidly fiddly bit. Now, if you remember in the last stream last week, again, I'm going to try and turn this around just so you can see this. I was reluctant to do this bit because it is so fiddly. But basically, what I've got to do is definitely get my magnifying glasses on. Really, Wayne, wrong call? Yeah, I know, I'm terrible. If there's no innuendos on my stream, then it's not a World of Wayne stream. Okay, right, so this is going to be going on top of this section here. Let's put that back in. Like that. The end of this, which I'm going to put a bit of glue in, is going to go into that silver part just there. So I am putting some glue just on that. Matter of fact, the U-boat was quite hard to do, thinking about it as well, tomorrow's build. Then I need to try and get this, like, drop link, if you like, into that section there. Which I'm just going to have to hold for a second because, unfortunately, it's a very loose fit, as you can see. But it's in. But it don't want to stay in. Probably going to put resin in. I think that's what I did last time as well. Bit of resin. Okay. Get my torch ready. Put this into place. And hold it there. And blast it with some resin. With some UV light. I think that's the only way to doing this. There we go. See, and that's just stayed in perfectly there. None of that mucking around. And then what I've got to do is just put a clip on. Easiest way to put the clips on is to keep them actually on the sprue. Put them on. It only needs one, just like that. Came off on its own already. That's the end of that stage. So that wasn't as bad as it could have been, was it? I think I was just a bit nervous to start off with. That's why it wasn't happening properly. I always, after these streams, trust me, just especially on this one, let me just get this out of the way. I always find that I regret doing the hard builds on these streams, but I guess it makes good watching, doesn't it? So trying to do the F-15 engine yesterday was a nightmare. It would have been easier to build a house of cards and a Hurricane. Yeah, I'll tell you, I do. You'll know I'm stressing because if you see me starting to sweat, things are going wrong. And like that, I knew that I could fix it because I've done it before, but I can't remember. I've got the memory of a goldfish, so I can't remember what we did on the other side. But it's funny because we are creating all of this lovely detail just for it to be covered up. But it is what it is, I guess. Okay, so this is stage, what are we on? Stage 80 now. I've actually got one more pack to go of this, as in the to be delivered, and then I've got everything. So we've got these parts here. And once again, we're going to be adding this onto that side there. So it's looking like that. Now, I know that the next part that we've got, I think we are going to be putting this in, which we had, about 3 packs ago. So I've got that out as well. Oh, by the way, did you, I don't know if you saw let me show you. Sorry, I'm being, that's what the Apache's looking like at the moment. Look, check that out. How cool is that? So you'll see that video on Friday, but put that gently down there. I have run out of room. It doesn't fit in the storage boxes anymore. So anyway, squirrel moment. So we're going to be putting these in like that. So let's get that stage out. Oh my God, my mind's all over the place today. Stage 80. Here we go. Get this open. 7 more weeks to the school year finishes. Wow. See, our school year finishes in July over here, Ramon. And then the kids are off till September. So I guess it is different in the States. Okay, so first thing we've got is this, what is this? Right bank turbocharger oil pipe is going to go into the right pivot on the right bank turbo shaft. Okay. Now, by the look of it, this has got a big nipple and a small nipple. I want the big nipple, I'm guessing. And I'm about to put this orange shaft on, hopefully. Oh my God, nipples and shafts. What's wrong with me tonight? This is why this is behind a paywall. That goes in like that. Bringing over the car. Again, I'm trying to figure this out. So this is going to be going into this end here. I'm just checking if it's... doesn't seem to be. On the other side, I'm connecting this black pipe. So that's like that. And then this whole thing goes into that turbocharger just there, like that. I don't know if it goes in a certain way, but at the moment it's in, so I'm happy about that. But I'm connecting this orange section to the blue coloured pipe. So this pipe over here. Hopefully you can see that on one of the cameras. That's probably a better one actually. Move them out the way. Get these together. Oops. Come on, Wayne. I need 2 fingers here. Get that in. I've just noticed that blinking drop links come out again. I'll fix that afterwards. I can still get to it on the other side. But I am going to put some more resin just to build that up a bit. But that's in. I'm happy. Then I'm going to be, again, putting that to one side. Bringing over this lot. And I need this section here. And this has got a certain way round it needs to be. This way round. So put the lugs in to the holes. Just like that. You know what? I really cannot see very well. Oh, has it been black smoke today, Burgess? I haven't checked. I didn't know if the smoke's come up yet. So, waiting for a new pope. There we go. So, that's in place just like that there. And then finally, I'm going to be putting, turn it round. And I've got a bracket to put on there, which looks like this. It has got a little keyhole pattern to help you get this into place. And I'm guessing I'm holding that in with an NP screw. Load this up and screw this one in. Now it has got a keyhole pattern, so it shouldn't be able to turn. So I'm hoping that's on correctly, but I am about to put this into place now. Just move this over while I figure this one out. Now they've got this going over this section here with the pipe facing outwards. So if that's over, I'm just trying to figure out where, oh, it connects under there. Right, okay. Stand by. Gonna have to lift this up to get that in. And I want to slide this over the hole just here. Which is a problem because I've just realised, let me turn this back, go to this top camera, that this part here that I've put in needs to go in all the way. So I'm going to have to put some oil. That's why I'm on the top camera. Oh, we're frozen. We're frozen. Stand by. We're frozen. I will fix that. Hopefully. There you go. Right, I'm going to put some oil in here and on the edge, because if this isn't in all the way, it's not going to work. I'm trying to figure this out now. Okay, I can't really get that in anymore. I'm going to put some oil on this as well, because this is hard to get in. I can see where it's going to go. Let's move that pipe out the way. Wow. Pick this up. Put it in. I think, there we go. Did you hear that lock into place? Finally, something else has gone right. You know what? I don't think we even need to screw that in. I bet you they're going to make me, though. Yeah, they're going to make me put a BM screw in it, which is weird because that isn't going anywhere. I will do as they bid, though. I will have the bidding now. I wonder why that threw up. I don't know why they just pick a young pope instead of an old pope. Oh, I got the answer for that, Ramon. Stand by. I will tell you what the answer to that is in a second. Let me just try and figure out where the hole is. That's here. All right. Let's get this in here. And that ensures, there you go, that there is going nowhere. Perfectly. The reason why they don't want to, or they wouldn't, because I'm Roman Catholic, I don't know if you knew that. The reason why they don't do that, I was telling Mrs. Welder Wade about this as well, is because that if they want a pope to change policies, which might be a little bit controversial, they'd rather have a pope that's only going to have a short life so that they change him again afterwards, so that the term of the pope will be a lot shorter. If they have a long pope or a younger pope, then that pope's obviously going to be in office for pretty much ever. Pope Ratzinger, who resigned his post through health things, shouldn't have really been allowed to happen, because theoretically we've got two popes at the moment, because popes can't resign, even though he did. So, yeah, very, very strange. Okay, so we've done that. That's that stage done. So that was stage 80. We're on stage 81 now. Let me just find a home for that magazine. Move that over here. We do have this part here left over, just so you know. I haven't forgotten about it. They just don't want me to do anything with it. And bring this over here. So this is stage 81. Now, how many stages are in this? Is it 100? It must almost be finished with 100. These parts here, we've got some tape here as well. I don't know what that's for. Putting this together, adding that pipe that I was on about earlier. So keep that to hand. Keep that over there. And putting this plate on just like that. It looks easy. I don't think it's going to be easy. Let's see how we go. So stage 81 parts are here. Perfecto. And there we go. I don't think there's anything in. I always check this bit now because I've always got parts trapped under this cardboard here. The amount of things I've thrown out lately, ridiculous. Okay, let's see. So we need this part here first, going into this part here, and it's going to be going in just like that. Making, I don't know what this is, but it's making it. The right bank turbocharger. It's held in with a DP screw, which I've got here. Let's get them open. Excellent. And I think that's screwed in just through there. I hope so, because that's where I'm screwing it. And while I've got DP screws on the go, I need to put this into place just on here. So this is going in just over the top of these sections, just like that, to make one unit. I remember this now. I remember making this. It's only when it's gone together that I've figured out what it is. That's messed up. Yep. That's why they tend to only like get popes in which are old. But in the conclave, you have to be under 80 to be able to vote. So there you go. So once we've got that in, we're going to be putting this top section on now. Just trying to figure that one out. Stand by. I think this goes on this way here. Just checking. That looks right. I'm hoping it's right. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Stand by. Just looking at the pictures. Yep, that's right. It goes on this way. Again, this one's going to be held in with a DP screw. Got that here. Perfect. I finally completed R2-D2 and all works okay except for the hologram is in German. I found the language selecting settings, but when English is selected, nothing happens. Yeah, because that's the language I thought was just for the text instructions on the app. I do think that the language protocol for the hologram is built into the hologram. I do think that the only way to fix it, John Mortimer, is to change it, as in to get in touch with Fahrenheit. Could be wrong though, but I do think that it's actually built into the hologram. So, okay, so we've got this unit looking just like that, and then that piece that we saved from last time, we're just going to be putting that into the lugs here. So 1, 2, and whoops, 1, 2. That seems to be slightly off center there. Hang on a second. Yeah, I don't think it goes in that way. I think there's a certain way this goes in. Goes in that way, right? Okay, I was way off. Goes in this way here, right? Okay, that's no, not that way, Wayne. What? Go round one. 1, 2, 3. God, it's taking some pushing to get this in, but in it is. So now the fun bit, right? I don't know if you remember the last time we did this, but I had problems getting this in. But this time, by the look of it, we get to put this in before we put anything else in. So this is what we got here. I'm going to go onto this camera here. And then I did see that, Mrs. Worldaway. It won't be a second. I've got to figure out where this is going. So let me just try and tilt this upwards. So I'm having a look around here. Right, they've got... It's going in this way. And they've got it going underneath this black pipe. So do that. One end is going around here. I can see that. They haven't told me what I'm supposed to be doing with this end here. So I'm just going to leave that there. And I've got to plug that end in. I've just done it. God, it's slipped into the hole and it's meant to go in. Stand by. I just want to make sure I'm definitely in that hole. It's tricky. But we are in. Just like that. Okay, that was a lot easier. Before we had all of this built into it, so I wonder why they're getting us to install that now. That's a bit weird. I don't know. I understand that, where are we? Alan Palmer, are you 52 today? Is it your birthday today? Happy birthday, Alan Palmer. Really? I just got a message from Mrs. Worldaway. I didn't know. Happy birthday. 52. I'm going to be joining you in July. That's all cool. I don't want to hear that, Matthew Barnes. That's the sort of thing you need to keep to yourself. PSG. Arsenal are out then. Thanks for that. Very strange. They actually want us. You remember I told you that we slotted this in? Oh, well, hang on to change the camera. Remember I told you they slotted this in last time? Well, this time they want me to actually just stick this down to keep it in place, I guess, while we put everything else in. I guess there's no way to do it afterwards, but, you know, that's what they want me to do, so I will stick this down. Stop it going anywhere. Very strange doing it on that side, I have to say. Once that's in, though, we're going to be putting the next bit in now. Oh, God, these instructions. Right, okay, so these two pipes here are going to be going into the nipples on this side. But they've got it going kind of round that way. So let me just put these in here. One there. And one on this side. I should really use my tweezers for this. But they are in. Okay, once I've got them in, just like that. Just trying to figure out where this is going. They've got probably best if I can see a picture of what it looks like. Right, so then this is going into what we've just created here. I can see why they wanted that pipe in now. There we go. So that sits in just like that there. And it's pretty much similar. There we go. So it's lining up exactly with that other one over there. Okay. Held it with a DM screw. Got that here. Definitely reason why we had to put that in now. There's no way I was getting that in this time. Whoops. So screw goes through here. And make this nice and tight. When we are doing parts like this, it is hard to try and figure out what I can hold on to just to get some leverage on there, but that's in, and that's all there is to do in that stage. Let me show you what that looks like now. It looks like it's off center. It isn't. If you look on the top, it's exactly in line with that one. I'm sure it will bend around a little bit. It can't really go any further, but you get the idea. Not bad, huh? Okay, let me just tidy up this workspace, because I always get myself in a mess now. This is the bit that I hate, because if I'm honest with you, I've looked at the instructions up to them. I haven't looked at the rest of the instructions, so I don't know how it's going to be. We'll find out. Controversial question. Will Max be champion again? I don't think he will. I mean, it looked like he did. I mean, I'll be honest with you, the Miami Grand Prix was really good for racing. Verstappen was doing good, but he got caught by Piastri. I think McLaren are going to run away with it. I think this is sort of like Lewis Hamilton's rookie year with Ferrari. I think him and Leclerc, I mean, Leclerc's obviously going to be the team leader for Ferrari. I don't think Ferrari are going to be in contention this year. But I think the name to watch, Berg, this is Anatelli. Now, I saw him at Silverstone racing the F2, and he was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a win in the next couple of Grand Prix. We'll have to see. But I don't think Verstappen's going to be in the running, no. I think it's McLaren all the way with Mercedes, Antonelli on Mercedes. Trust me, keep an eye on him. Okay, stage 82. Let's go back to that camera. I don't know what we're doing. I'll be honest with you. Looks like we've got some of the radiator here, or cooler, an intercooler, and some pipes. So this could be an easy one. Look, I can do this. That's easy. Hey, okay, right, let's do that one. Yeah. I get a big smile on my face when it's easy ones. But, you know, once again, if I can't even put an axle in the right way, then an easy one certainly turns bad very quickly. The Mercs are very good this year. Oh, hello. I almost chucked that. Look, we've got a bit of the VIN there. That could have been nasty. Okay. Looking at these parts, they don't look anything like the picture. Okay. Stand by. Okay, the problem I've got is that the instructions are showing the wrong side. Have they gave me the wrong side? This is definitely pack 82 that I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna try and put this together. Oh no! It's just it's very strange. The instructions are not very clear. They don't look like the picture. The picture makes this look longer than it actually is. It is the right parts. Look, see, I make stupid bold statements that this is going to be easy, and then I can't even get the first part right. If I need to start to reintroduce something that's taken the excitement away, let's get them V10, V12s back. I remember, no, you know what they need to do? I've always said it, I don't care how dangerous it is. They need to start refueling again and have the whole fueling strategy. The whole fueling strategy. They need to be able to refuel. That used to change a race because they didn't have enough fuel in the car. I'd love to see that back. Okay, that's in place. We're going to be putting the pipe on now. Now I need this one first. And that's just going to be going over... stand by. This one first. No, definitely this one first. Now that don't make sense. Ah, I see. Going over this hole just here. God, the pictures are terrible. With an IP screw. The pictures made that look 2D then, so I couldn't realise that that actually sticks out like this. When I sent you a link on WhatsApp, you might need this for your workshop. I'll have a check afterwards, Ramon. There we go. That's in. Then I get to close that off by pressing the other side in here. Lining up the lugs and pushing that in. But I did enjoy the Miami Grand Prix, I have to say. There was a lot more racing than normal, so I'm happy with that. I'm just wondering if that's straight. Just looking at it, it doesn't look straight to me. Oh, it's meant to be tilted. Look, you can check that there. It's meant to be tilted upwards. There's no gaps anyway. Okay, then I've got a pad. I haven't got a pad. Stand by. There was nothing left in the rubbish. Oh, that could be bad. I'm supposed to have a pad that I'm putting on the bottom, I'm guessing. Oh, they're talking about this. Look at the pit. Look, you can't blame me. Look at the size of it. They're saying that that's just a little Vim pad, but it looks like a ginormous pad. Right, okay, I'm going to need my magnifying glasses again. Hang on a second. Right, this is going to be going on top here, just into this square here. And it's got some adhesive on it, which I've got off. And needs to be facing that way. Right. So it's facing all of these. It's that way around. Get that on. Perfect. There we go. That's what they were on about. And with that in place, that's all there is to do in that stage. So that was an easy one. Again, tidy up my workstation. We're flying through them tonight. Let's go on to stage 83. Whoop. Which is this one here. And his instructions. Again, 3 pits to put in. Look, easy. But then we've got to mount it. That's going to be hard. So then that's looking like that. Mark, is that the warm-up? Oh, Mark put my Pringle leaves in here. Oh, God, here we go. Hang on, I've got to open this. Ramon, it's a joke. It's a play on me how talking the noise a cat makes me... What? Yes, Mark's always been the warm-up act here. Right. Take what we've just made. Having it this way round, I'm going to be putting in this filler pipe here, which is just going to go over that section there. And it's held in with 2 DP screws, which are in this bag, I believe. It's lucky I didn't think we'd get to this stage tonight, so we are ahead of ourselves at the moment. And by the look of it, I don't think this side's going to be as hard as the last side was. Takes 2 of these. We're going to find out in a second because we've got to connect this to the car. There's the second one. Then I get to close that off by putting the other side of this on. Just like that. And once again, a DP screw to hold them together. And then once that's in, I'm just going to be pushing the front on to the 3 lugs just there. So I line them up and push it in. And once again, it's really hard to get in. But you know what? That's never coming out again. Right. We've got some EP screws here. I'm just going to keep to one side because, once again, I've got to try and figure out how this goes in. So, if I have this round this way, so you can see that, perhaps we can figure it out together. So, bear with me. So this looks like it's going on here. This is going to go into that section just there. This will be going underneath this cooler. And then this section here will be going into this section just here. So I've figured out how it's going. Let's get this back one in first, like that. That's in. Get this one in the side here. That's in. Wow, that went a lot easier than I thought it would. Okay, I think we're good. And then I'm going to be holding it in place with, stand by, the EP screws, 2 EP screws from the bottom. So we had done one on the other side. Perhaps that's why I'm making short work of this. I'm going to go to this top camera just while I screw this in from the bottom. One there. Ah, perfect. That's gone remarkably perfect. If only we had Murray Walker doing snooker. Can you imagine as the white overtakes the reds? And he screwed back for the brown. Oops. Oh, I just need to push that down to get this last screw in. I always remember Murray Walker. There goes Alain Prost in the red Ferrari. He was a good old chap, Murray Walker. Right, there we go. That's in place. That is all there is to do in that stage. So we are building up onto this. Put that to one side. And now we're at the unique position of being on stage 84. But because I didn't think we were going to get anywhere near stage 84, I need to find the parts for stage 84. Look at that. God, talk about born under a lucky star sign. The first one I picked up was stage 84. That's crazy. What's the... I think Mark is hitting the catnip. The blue is next to the brown. If watching in black and white. Yeah, no, definitely. Oh, bless. That takes me back. Right. Okay, stage 84. We've still got 15 minutes. We're doing really well. This never happens. And we've only got a few bits to do in this stage, which again, putting these in like that, including these brackets. I remember we struggled a little bit with this last time, getting this side in so it's looking just like that. Let's do that one. I do remember this might be a bit tricky with those brackets, but it's certainly coming along. And I've got some screws and some tabs, making sure that's completely empty, which it is. Right, I'm not looking forward to this. Okay, so I've got to put a bracket on first. And it looks like there's 2 sorts of brackets. So let me just study these. I've got one which has got a cutout notch in, which looks like that one. So that's 84E. So it's the one without the cutout notch, which is this one here, which is going to be going into the side of this car. Now, I don't know if I can... stand by. I'm thinking. I need to turn this around without dropping it. Okay, this... Go to the top camera here. We've got 2 holes here. This one's going to be going into... Oh, God, hang on. They've changed their mind on the instructions. 84E is the round one. 84D. No, 84E, that's right. That doesn't make any sense because they want this one. Oh no, it does. Going in there like this. Okay. I'm screwing that in with an screw. Stand by it. I've got them here. Can that stand up? Oh, excellent. That can stay up by itself. Right. As I said, I remember we did have big problems with this last time. So that's in there. And then the other little bracket we had, which I have now lost, of course, which is here, is going to be going next to it. And again, the larger of the holes is the one for the lug, which that goes in there. And again, that's an screw. Perfect. Then I get to put this to one side. And I've got all of these parts here now to put on. Let's try and figure this out. So they've got it this way round, and this is going on top like that there. That looks good. Held in with DP screws. Hi Ed, how's it going? How the devil are you? I take it you got back okay. It was great seeing you a couple of days ago. The dogs have calmed down now, Ed. You'll be happy to know. I'm sure the dogs drove Ed nuts with how much barking they were doing. Oh, I know they drove me nuts. There you go. That one's in there. Perfect. I do have this little part here. I don't want to lose that because we don't put that on yet. But I've got to try and get this into place. Once again, I'm going to have to look ahead just to see how they've got it. Okay, right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting this top bit in here first. I think it'd be easier to do that now rather than when it's on the car, which isn't easy to get in. I'm going to need my magnifying glasses. Stand by. Because one of the loose pipes that we've got is actually going to go into there. Trying to figure out which way round this goes. Hang on a second. That way. There we go. So that's in. The loose pipe that you're about to see, which is this one here, is going to be going into this. Get that in now. Perfect. And then this is going to be sitting over these 2 points just here and here. And that looks like it's gone in. Perhaps not. I think it is. I think it is in where it needs to be. We're going to find out in a second because I've got to screw this in. It's screwed in with EP screws, which I've got here. I do think this is going to be a bit tricky because I don't think that's sitting properly. I think it needs to be kind of pushed up a bit. I don't know. I'm just going to move this bottom section out of the way. Let me have a look at that. Oh no, I think that is in there. We'll be able to tell if I can't get a screw in. Hang on a second. I've got a screw in. Look at that. Oh wow. I'm just trying to make that as tight as I can get it. I think I've got a screw in. No, I haven't. Ah, damn it. That was going so well. The only way to get this in, let me go to this top camera now, is to pretty much look through the window here to see if it's lined up. It's in. I just need to get this damn screw in. Once I've got one in, I can get that back one in. But I don't want to let it go. Right, let's try again. We're definitely lined up. There we go. So that's one in. I'm just going to get this back one in as well, which probably means I need to push that down a touch. And there you go. And get that one in as well. Ah, perfect. There you go. And with that in, that's all there is to do in that stage. Nice. Ah. See? There's me. I was panicking over nothing tonight. I really thought tonight would be an ultra car crash because I'm just stressed about going to the airport tomorrow. But we're good. £1 to the swear jar. What have I been swearing again? I never know I'm doing it, Vermont. Right. Okay, let's have a look. Stage 85. We're still doing well. We've just got this little section to put in now. I can do this. That's an easy one. So let's do that as well. Which means I need to try and find stage 85, which is right on top. I must have had these in order. But if we started on 79, 6 stages isn't bad for tonight. Not bad at all. Let it go, let it go. I'm holding back. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I saw the film Thunderbolts. If you haven't seen it, or the New Avengers, as it's called now, brilliant film. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely loved it. Thunderbolts, yeah. Right. First things first. I'll do that. I'm going to do it the other way around. Let's make this grill first. So it needs to be that way round, and I'm putting the grill over the top of these holes just here, like that. They're going to be held in with CP screws. Need 4 of these. I'm going to use my ultra tiny screwdriver for these because these are really small. Let me now they are, just checking, they are CP screws, so I'm not putting them in oil. I really thought this was metal, but we can get these tiny ones in here. Let's change the camera. Why are we singing Frozen, Mark? What's that all about? Right, this one's in here. Oh, damn it. Come on. I'll be happy when this build's done. I'm not, just so you know, I'm not going to be doing the Red Bull until this is finished. And hopefully it's still available then. Someone said that it's not available anymore. Or is it the Toyota Supra? Something's not available anymore, which I'm going to find out about tomorrow. Because there's no point in going to an event if the car that I'm looking at is no longer available. Don't make any sense. Okay, so that's in. Why have we got... All right, so I'm going to be using some more of these CPs in a second. Let me just put them over here. I was going to say, why have we got all of these when I've only used them? Because I need to bring the car over again. Probably best on the top camera. Because this section here, getting it right, is going to be going just over the top of this section just there like that. It's held in with these flanged EM screws, which they're over there. I think this side here has built up a lot quicker than the other one did. I don't know if that's just me. Just looking at this drop link that I'm going to have to screw back in there. I've just got to put that drop link back in. But again, you're not really going to notice it. This is the one this side. And then, haha, this is where the fun starts. Right. I'm putting this into brackets. So this is going onto the brackets just... stand by. Yep, they're going into the brackets just here. Which I'm very much aware my head's probably getting in the way. But I am just pushing them in. There we go. I'm going to need to load up one of these C screws. Because one of them goes through the top here. Just like that. I probably can't see this very well. Let me change to that camera. There we go. That one goes in now. And then, how am I supposed to put 2 in these? Hang on a second. Yep, I'm going to be putting 2 just into the bottom here. How on earth? I'm going to have to think about this. They're going to have to go in like that. Can I get that in there? There you go. That's one in. Let's get the other one in here. Very fiddly. I'm changing the camera again. 1 second. Very fiddly. Got to go into a hole just there. Perfect. There we go. That's that grill in place. Matter of fact, I'm not overly happy with it. It's oh, it's bent a bit. That's why. There we go. Straight now. I wanted it to be straight, just like that one there. That's all there is to do in that stage. And I think that's probably where we're going to leave it. Let me just have a quick check on what stage 86 is in. Our stage 86 is only it's a simple thing. It's just another radiator. But you know what? I'm not going to do that now because next time we come back to this, I want to be able to start simple and then work up. I'm sure most of the hard detailers, it has to have been done on this car now. Obviously, the front end's been done. The back end just needs the wheels, and then it's just a lot of bodywork to go on. Have we done... I don't think we've done the interior either, have we? We haven't done the interior yet. So that's still to come as well. But I do have some really massive parts still to go into this. So very, very detailed. I'm wondering if the Red Bull is going to be as detailed as this. But I'll find out tomorrow. Now, what I'm going to do is the actual event isn't until Friday. Tomorrow's just all travelling time. So on Friday, I'm going to be on social media and I'll try and take some shorts of the cars. But I will aim to get a video out for Monday. For that's the John Wick car, the Toyota Supra, and the Red Bull RB19. So I have to see how that goes. But all cool. But thank you for joining me tonight. I'm going to go straight to bed now. As I said, I've got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. There's no live stream, remember, tomorrow on the channel. But there will be a U-boat tomorrow, and there will be the Apache helicopter on Friday. Other than that, I will see you next week. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye.